folks, Big Woodsman here. Just doing a quick video today. A few friends have asked me about some details on a chainsaw mill. So we've got our saw set up in the vise here, and what I'm going to go through today is show you how to sharpen your chain when it's a ripping chain in order to use it in a chainsaw mill. And then we're going to install the saw in the chainsaw mill and get it ready to go. So stay tuned and let's see what we get into. So here we are at the saw. Couple of things that are different on a ripping chain versus a normal chain, a crosscut chain, is the fact that we have a chisel tooth, we've got a left side cutter and a right side cutter. So you've got left cutter, right cutter, chisel, chisel, left, right, chisel, chisel, left, right, chisel, chisel. And instead of cutting these and sharpening these on a 30-degree angle, which is what most standard chains are, a ripping chain is set for 90 degrees and zero tilt. So it's zero pitch in the chain, and it's just a simple sweep across the tooth. Once it's nice and square, we jump to the next one. About 5 strokes per tooth. We're going to mark where we started with our Sharpie. And we're going to blacken that too, so when we come around, we're going to know that we've already sharpened to that point. We're going to do the left side first. So, our cutter tooth is set at 30 degrees, 0. Left hand tooth, 90 degrees, 0. That's the chisel tooth. Left hand cutter, 30 degrees, 0. Remember that the file only cuts relatively in the forward direction, so you don't want to go back and forth. It's just a simple, steady stroke forward. About 5 strokes per tooth is all you need. And so forth. Once we get every single tooth done, then we're going to flip the saw around in the vise to the other side and do the whole other side, all the teeth going through. So here we are back to our very first tooth. That's the one that we markered black, so we know that we're at the start. So now we're going to go and turn our saw around to the other side. So now that we're on the other side, we still have our black tooth. We'll mark it again just so it's very visible. And then we're going to do the right hand side of the chain. Same thing. 0 degrees pitch, 90 degrees to the blade. And here is our black tooth. This is right where we started from. So now we have the left side, all of the cutters are sharp, all of the chisel tooth are sharp. On the right hand side, same thing. Everything is now sharp, perfectly nice smooth edge, ready to go into the chainsaw mill. This file guide, if you don't have one, I highly recommend picking one up. It has a line on it right here for 30 degrees. So when you set it on the bar, you can tell exactly when you're lined up for 30 degrees. 90 degrees, very simple. Has a few other measurements on it if you've got chains of different pitch when you're doing other work. But for this, very simple, 90 degrees for the chisel tooth, 30 degrees for the cutter. And that's it. That's how you sharpen a chain. Very simple. So let's put it into the mill. So what we have here, folks, is our Alaskan small chainsaw mill. It'll fit about a 20 to 22 inch bar. The bar we have on our saw right here is 20 inch, so it's an absolute perfect fit for this saw. Very straightforward and simple. Two little slide bars here. The bar on our chainsaw is going to fit right in the middle of this right here. It just clamps down with these two screws. It clamps right on the bar. And then you set the height of this for however thick you want your beams to be, or however thick you want your boards to be. So let's go ahead and put that on. That's all there is to it. The two pins set right here on the bar. It clamps on the bar. The chain freely moves. And when you're operating your mill, you operate it two-handed just like so. So hopefully that helps you. That gives you an idea on how to sharpen your ripping chain. It's 30 degrees on the cutters and 0 degrees on your chisel tooth. Pretty straightforward, very simple to do. Mount your saw and you're ready to cut some timbers. So as always, there's life out there in the woods. I'll see you out there in it.